Hey, you're wondering how I'm both a Michigan State fan and a Notre Dame fan at the same time? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just as confused as you. No, that's not the real change here. I got a buzz cut, and that's pretty obvious. I look like Sid from Toy Story right now. Editing Derek, if you want to put up a photo, then you can. But this is part 2 to a video that I made about, I think 3 days ago now, where I went over 5 things I really like about Pathfinder. Now I'm going to be going over 5 things I don't like about Pathfinder. Starting off with the counter opposite of where we ended last time, number 1. I'm not a big fan of the 3-action economy in combat. Throughout my entire months of research before starting this campaign, I was told that this would speed up combat and it would make combat more tactical and more exciting. No, the only thing it has done for me is slowing down combat, because there'll be someone like,
okay, I spent my first 2 actions doing that spell. Can I do that spell, DM? No, it's 2 actions. Dang it. Okay, I guess I'll just go up and attack. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I actually want to go up and, cast this cantrip instead.
It just makes things overly complicated whenever it comes to the combat system. And in role-playing games, I typically like to keep combat limited. My group has been open and honest with me, saying that they don't exactly like combat as much as other stuff like roleplay or exploration or like shopping, stuff like that. So, yeah. Number 2, except for a couple different focus spells, whenever you pick out a subclass for a spellcaster, they have very little variety. At least for me, I have noticed that there is not too much different from an angelic bloodline sorcerer to a to the oracle healing subclass. I forgot what the name of it was. Now this one is such a nitpick. I'm going to be completely honest. It doesn't really matter once you start getting into combat and all that stuff. Once you start getting into combat, heavy roleplay, all that stuff. But I want my sorcerer to feel different than my druid, even though they're using the same magic type. And sometimes it feels like there are obvious spells for a specific level that you should be taking out. Everyone probably has detect magic as a cantrip on their character. This is just very generic. But at the same time, it is a very useful cantrip. For even more example, let's pull out the book. Disguise magic, illusionary option, mending, let's see what else, mystic armor, sleep. Like, these are all very common spells that would be taken by first level characters, and these are just first level spells. Now I get it. This isn't just a problem within Pathfinder. This is also in D&D, and let's see. It's in all types of role-playing systems, but it really shines here. Well, I guess I should say it really dulls here. I don't know what the opposite of shine would be in this instance, but come on, Paizo. It is very similar for 2 characters of very different classes to feel very similar because they have the same list of spells. This is why I really like it in games like 5th edition, where every specific caster has their own spell list. Now, that's not always a good thing. In 5th edition, you'll get spell lists like the Ranger or the Warlock, where they really need their subclasses to shine. But most of the time, it's good. Number 3, characters almost feel like you cannot kill them. They almost feel immortal in some sense. D&D, I'm going to keep on bringing up 5th edition in this video since that's what I play so much. The average hit points at level 1 for a 5th edition character is 8. The average for a Pathfinder character is 15. Now, I get that their monsters are a little bit buffed up, but I have noticed that they are insanely powerful. I have some people who are at 30 hit points at level 3. They're level 4 now. I'm pretty sure some of them have 45. Now, this complaint is most likely since I'm a 5th edition Dungeon Master doing my first ever Pathfinder campaign, but I used to be scared of hitting them with... Hold on. I have it in my mimic chest here. Do I not have one? Oh, yes, I do. I used to be really scared of hitting my players with a d12 worth of damage early on, But at this point, at level 4, I'm hitting them with like 3, 4 D12 worth of damage to actually feel threatening. And, like, I don't know, it's not as much bad as it is odd. If I can throw this handful of dice at a level, like, 4 player, I feel like that's cool, but at the same time, I feel like it's unbalanced. For y'all that are wondering what I just rolled, it was 26. Number 4. There is so much stuff within this system that is linked into the official Pathfinder, like, world building and all that stuff. I want to be able to use these stuff, like these prestige classes. Well, they're not called prestige classes. These archetypes, I want to be able to use these certain races, classes, all that stuff, in a setting like Ravenloft, or, I guess the Forgotten Realms. Or hell, even my own homebrew setting. I found it really hard to take all this stuff that my players are wanting to play and find a way to put it into my own homebrew setting. It almost feels like they only want you to run pre-written adventures. Now, I get it. There's a big market for pre-written adventures, but I feel like whenever I have to go through my character sheets individually, well, you can't play that because dragons are very uncommon in this setting. You can't play that because it trivializes the undead in this setting. You can't play that because this very specific god isn't real in my setting. And I get it. Flavoring can happen. You can reflavor stuff all you want, but it just doesn't help whenever you are making this entire campaign with your players, and then someone changes last second and it's like, well, there's not really a Thri-Kreen race in this system, but there is a bug race that eats magic instead. My character grew up in the polar ice caps for some reason and ate magic ice their entire life, since that's what the book said. And I get it. This is a fault on me as the DM. Someday I can go out and make an entire list, like a spreadsheet or something, going over what I do and don't allow within specific settings and all that stuff. But it just kind of feels ridiculous. Alright, finally, and the most steamy for last, the most hot, the most volcano erupting hot take, the most Carolina Reaper hot take here. I do not like prepared spellcasters. Wizards, clerics, the list goes on and on. The way how these people work, it's just straight up stupid. And I get the thing that they're going for, but, like, why? This is so unnecessarily challenging. This system that whenever they did their, like, new remaster is supposed to be more beginner friendly towards people who are coming over to the new system. Why'd you do this? This entire system is quite literally making it so you can use your spells less creatively. I don't know, whenever I'm playing a spellcaster like a wizard or a cleric or just one of the many other prepared spellcasting classes, I don't want to be like, let me prepare Fireball 5 times today because I'm probably going to end up using it 5 times. This is even worse for the cleric, because if you didn't feel like a walking healing potion before, you're definitely going to feel like it now. You're going to be preparing a crap ton of healing. I get that they get around this by preparing 5 free healing spells or harming spells if you're trying to be edgy, but, like, it doesn't help. It also pretty much makes the entire spell slot system that people coming in from 5th edition useless, because you don't use spell slots like a traditional caster. Alright, those were my 5 complaints. Please leave stuff down in the comments. I most likely will respond, and thank you. Goodbye.